Hi, in this video I'm going to discuss the concept of the cosine law. Sometimes they call it the cosine rule, so it's just the same, cosine law and cosine rule. The cosine law is actually another law that relates the angles and the sides of a triangle. One of the laws that, um, that is being used to relate the angles and the sides of a triangle is the sine law. So in this video, we'll focus on the other law that is called the cosine law. Let's create a triangle ABC. I'll name this as A, B, and the C. So the angle on the A is can be named as angle A. The angle on the C can be named as angle C, and the angle on the B can be named as angle B. Some people use three letters. Like for example, if I have to name A using three letters, that means it's angle BAC or angle CAB. Okay, but for now, whenever I say angle B, I'm referring to this angle. Okay, just to make it easier for us to understand. Now, for every angle, there's a corresponding opposite side. So the side BC is the side opposite the angle A. So let's call it the side A. In the same way, the opposite side of angle B is B. We can call it as side B. And lastly, the angle opposite the angle C is the side C, or the side AB or BA. Now the cosine law is saying that we can actually relate the angles and the sides of this triangle. The relationship is basically, if I pick a side, say A, the square of A is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cosine of the angle opposite the side A, which is the angle A. In the same manner, B squared is equal to A squared plus C square minus 2AC cosine of the angle B. And C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cosine of the angle opposite the side C, which is angle C. There is a formal proof to this law, okay, but we will not go to that. Okay, so what I want you to understand is the relationship of the sides ABC when it comes to the equations here. So take or note, or I hope you notice that whenever we look for, or whenever we start with the side A, so it is related to side B, the square of B, the square of C, and you subtract it by a 2 times the measure of B and C. And that is also true whenever you start with side B. If B squared is on the left side, automatically A and C will be on the right side, and the letters to be multiplied to the 2 will be the A and the C. And lastly, if I use C square, so I should have A and B on the other side and not C, and the letters to be multiplied to 2, or the sides rather, should be the A and the B. So this is just one way to easily memorize the equations, because the three actually have the same format. If A is on the left side, B and C on the right side. And the angle that is being used is always the angle opposite the side that we're looking for. That is true also for B. If we look for B, we use B square, and the angle to be used is the angle B. If we're looking for the side C, then the angle to be used should be the angle C. Okay, so those are uh, the relationships that you have to take note so that you can easily remember the three equations of the cosine law. So we're done with the equations. Let's go through an example on how we can use the equations. Okay, let's take a look at an example. So we have the side AC as 11 centimeters. We have the side BC with 8 centimeters, and the angle in between is 42 degrees. Now, for us to know if we can use the cosine law, you have to check this. You can always use the cosine law if the given information has the has two sides and an angle in between those sides. So to check that, 11 cm is a side, 8 cm is a side, and the angle between the two sides, 42, is also given. Once you see that you can form this, I can simply say it as an SAS, then the cosine law is applicable. Now in this problem, we want to look for the side AB. If we are going to use the formulas that we have, the sine AB is actually your C because it is the side opposite the angle C. So when you pick the equation, so among the three, so that means the equation that you will use will be the third one. So we have C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cosine of the angle C. And all we have to do is to place the corresponding values. So 8 cm will be our side A, 11 cm will be our side B by just relating them to the angles. Okay, so we have C square is equal to 8 square plus 11 square minus 2 times 8 times 11 cosine of 42 degrees. And then to find C, so C should be the square root of 8 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 8 times 11 cosine of 42 degrees. Once you compute this value, then that will give you the value for C, which is what we're looking for. So this is the side AB, which is equal to C. So I'll be leaving that to you as an exercise. So in your calculator, so take the square root and then you just input all the values and the numbers. It's better if you have a natural display calculator because a natural display calculator can actually input the numbers as how you can see it on this one. Okay, so 8 squared, so just input 8 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 8 times 11 cosine 42 degrees. Okay, so just to summarize what we have done, so always remember that there are three possible equations that you can use for cosine law. So we have them here, and then learn how to know whether the cosine law is applicable in a problem. So our guide is always to identify if we can form the SAS. Okay, and after that, so just choose the corresponding equation to help you solve for the missing value. Okay, so for the other videos, I'll be showing you how to use the cosine law without even referring to the three equations. Because actually, the A, B, and C can be placed in any uh, part of the triangle. So later on, I'll explain how you can use the A square equals B square plus C square minus 2BC cosine A and the other two equations when you are faced with a problem having different letters on the triangle. So basically you just have to look at them as if they are A, B, and C. Okay, but I will be doing that in a different video. Okay, that's it.